I think those 7 idols that are removed in 2 Kings 23 are archetypes. And as we understand these archetypes, it helps us actually uncover idols in our life. So where do we turn for protection, or where do we turn when we need to somehow bring the storm under control? That would be a Baal type god in our life. So he's master or Lord. Then the next one that was taken out was Asherah. So you probably heard of her name. And by the way, these were taken out of the temple. So these gods were right mixed in with true worship. But that goddess gives me prosperity, fruitfulness, fertility. So just think of things going well, your crops bearing lots, your work bringing lots of fruit. And so one of the questions is, what do I turn to when I want that? And as you read various books on idolatry, they often talk about money, power, sex, or different things like that. Actually, these different objects can be different kinds of gods. So money could be the way I bring the storm under control. It could be a Baal, a Baal. Or money could be what gives me a sense that life will be fruitful. If I have enough money, I can take care of, I have confidence in the future. I know that if anything happens, we have our storehouses really full. And I can worship money instead of depending on God. But an object can serve, each of these archetypes is accomplishing a particular purpose. And I think as we look at idolatry in our lives, we have to say, what purpose are our idols achieving? Then the next one is they worshiped gods of the sun and the moon. So these are gods that bring us stability or security. So for some people it could be their bank account, or it could be the fact that they have their schedule and everything's under control, but when something interrupts their schedule, life falls apart because life is under control when everything is the same. Or I don't want to move, I don't want to change. A Moloch can be like someone's anger. Your anger will destroy me. So I have to do whatever I can to appease your anger. I won't say my opinion, I'll try to please you. People pleasing can be this. Or failure. I can't fail, so I'm not going to try. Then there's Ashtoreth, she was the goddess, the sex goddess. She was the goddess of beauty and sexual pleasure, goddess of comfort and pleasure. And you just think that today, pornography or drugs or alcohol, those kinds of things that give people a sense of pleasure and relief, but often can be very addictive when they aren't under the control of God. So that was Ashtoreth. And then there was Chemosh. Chemosh is the god of war. So he's the one I go to when I need victory, brings competition. And then the last ones were household gods and mediums and spirits. And they express themselves today in things like horoscopes or channeling. New Age is very much like that last one. So I went through those really quickly. But it's interesting to study the 7 archetypes and then say, those are true actually throughout history and in every culture. How are they true in my life? Where do I find things that are gods to me, but it's functioning as a source of protection? Or it's a false comfort when I should be going to God for comfort. Or it's controlling me with fear, and actually I should not fear that. I should fear God and know that God can care for whatever that thing is. So those archetypes from 2 Kings 23 can be very helpful for us today.